Ooh, yeah. It's Auntie Mickey's house. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. You're in the house. You know you're in the house. Come on in and grab a seat, grab a seat. Come on in and hit that light, hit that light. Oh, you're Aunt Mickey's house. Auntie Mickey's house. Grab a seat, prop your feet. Let's sip some tea, sip that tea. Entertainment, news, and spirituality. From the culture to the fun, Auntie sets the tone. Sets the tone. With a laugh and a truth, she holds the throne. She holds the throne, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Come on in now. Auntie Mickey's house. Oh, Auntie's house. You're in the house. You know you're in the house. Come on in and grab a seat, yeah, yeah. Come on in and hit that like, don't forget now. Auntie Mickey's house. She can roast with a smile, drop wisdom too. Break down the headlines, bring it straight to you. Straight to you, baby. Community strong, conversation grown. Grown talk, baby. Auntie Mickey's house, make yourself at home, yeah. Come together, every voice is heard. Every voice. Respect the vibe, let's share the word. Oh, yeah. From the jokes to the prayers, she keeps it real. Keeps it real. Auntie Mickey's house, that's the deal. That's the deal, baby. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. Oh yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. On in the house. You know you're in the house. Come on in and grab a seat. Grab a seat. Come on in and hit the light. Hit the light, hit the light. You're at Auntie Mickey's. Yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie Mickey's. Auntie Mickey's house. It's Auntie Mickey's house. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. You're in her house. You know you're in her house. Come on in and grab a seat. Grab a seat, come on in and hit that light. Hit that light. Oh, you're at Auntie Mickey's. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Auntie's house. Auntie's house. Auntie's house. Grab a seat, drop your feet, let's sip some tea. Sip that tea. Entertainment, news, and spirituality. From the culture to the fun, Auntie sets the tone. Sets the tone. With a laugh and a truth, she holds the throne. She holds the throne, yeah. Auntie's house. Oh, Auntie's house. You know you're in her house. Come on in and grab a seat. Grab a seat, yeah. Come on in and hit that light. Hit that light. Don't forget. She can roast with a smile, drop wisdom too. Break down the headlines, bring it straight to you. Straight to you, baby. Community strong, conversation grown. Don't talk, baby. Auntie Mickey's house. Make yourself at home, yeah. Come together, every voice is heard. Every voice. Respect the vibe, let's share the word. To the press, she keeps it real. Keeps it real, keeps it real. That's the deal, that's the deal, baby. Yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house, oh yeah. see, come on in and hit that light, oh, you're at Auntie Mickey's, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house, Auntie Mickey's house, Auntie Mickey's house, oh.
Hey, what's up? Happy Tuesday. I had to think about it because I forgot I didn't go live yesterday. I almost said happy Monday. So, pardon my faux pas in advance. How is everybody doing today? I'm sorry I didn't go live yesterday. I was trying to recuperate from the weekend. Sunday took a lot out of me. But I hope you guys enjoyed the festival. That's a one-time-a-year thing here in Seattle. It's part of the Seafair celebration they do every year. And this time didn't let us down at all. Not at all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It came in, I put it up there in 3 parts. I went live and just let it roll. And of course, YouTube demonetized everyone, but that's okay. I ain't tripping. They tripping with me lately anyway. So, big freaking deal. Anywho, happy Tuesday, y'all. I hope you have had a wonderful day thus far. I hope you have a good evening thereafter. So, with all that said, let's just say this. It's a good day above ground. Every day is a good day above ground. I'm sure you guys can agree. So I've been trying to follow the Nolan Wells case, and I've given it a little bit of a break until they can come up with some new information to report. I don't want to keep rehashing the old stuff over and over and over again. We know what time it is. Put a 1 in the chat if you know what time it is with Nolan Wells. We ain't stupid. We are definitely not stupid. We see what's happening. And it's going to play out. God is good. He's revealing all the lies, all the mishaps in one's speech. Yes, I saw that. I saw someone's trying to sell their boat. And I place a lot of the blame on the officials, starting with Officer Should Do Better, Officer Led Better, who ought to do better, because he came out the gate wrong. And I guess he didn't figure that anybody would call a hand on it. And now here we are, almost 2 months into the game, and we are still staying on their necks. Absolutely. Somebody did something to that young man. I don't care what people say or what kind of threats they want to put out here about defamation and all that stuff. I ain't named no names, but somebody did something to that young man. Absolutely, Adventurous You. That's what we're going to cover today. I didn't veer off too much. I'm staying on code. But yeah, we have definitely as a nation backpedaled. Would you not agree? We have backpedaled. It got up to about, the late 70s and kind of, I'd say even the early 80s, and kind of veered off into, okay, we good. We still got a ways to go, but we're definitely in a better place. But shit, look at this. We have definitely backpedaled as a nation in terms of racism. And the sad part about it is, it ain't just the old folk. It's the young folks that learned it from the old folks. See, that kind of garbage is handed down from generation to generation. Oh, I've got black friends. I'm wondering if that's something that one of them boys would say on the regular. Oh, I'm not racist. One of my best friends is black. Those are the ones you got to watch. Barbara, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. There's too much information. There's too much out there, probable cause and all that stuff, for them to rule it as a no foul play death. There's definitely too much out there. Who they gonna pin it on? That's what we gonna have to sit and watch. Who they gonna pin it on? Because somebody gotta go down for this. There's too much uproar in the country right now for them to go back to no foul play. If they want a repeat of George Floyd, shit. Come out there with some no foul play if you want to. Of course he said that, Barbara. Look at him. He had blacks in his family. Duh. Have you looked in the mirror lately, brother? Oh, yeah. Now that boy right there, uh, not Trayvon. Is it Trayvon or Tresden you talking about? I think they gonna try to hang it on Tresden, the one that said Ocean Springs is gonna take care of Ocean Springs. Yeah, you gonna be the flunky. Keep talking. You gonna be the flunky. Just Risa said, have you seen the news on the Floyd case lately? There has been activity again. I didn't hear that. I'll have to look into that. Oh, Adventure, she's saying Javon. I don't know if they gonna try to pin it on Javon, because Javon's mama ain't going with that. Javon's mama ain't going down with that. Hey, Satin. How you doing, Satin? But you know what? You know what? God is still in control. God is still in control, and he's going to reveal. He's already revealing things. Yeah, they trying to sell boats. They trying to sell evidence. They got more than one boat to sell if that's the case, because wasn't there four? Just Risa said there is an appeal that Chauvin is filing and a pardon. I do not know all the details. He is saying things about Walls. He can say what he wants. Chauvin Chauvin is scrambling now. He ain't going nowhere. He can file all the appeals he wants. He ain't going nowhere. He's looking at Nolan's case, thinking he got there might be some hope. No, you're dust. You're dust, dude. You are dust. Been dust. Let me turn this music down. It's too loud. But anyway, yes, rest in peace, Dolly Parton. And Dolly Parton's two friends in the front. God bless you. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Yep, Barbara. The more times change, they are showing us that it still remains the same. Yeah, they just figure out different ways to get around, because they're not wearing those pokey hats on top of their heads anymore and them long white capes. Instead, they're wearing police uniforms and judge robes and suits behind the pulpit. That's where they at now. Okay, Adventure said her sibling just died last month. Now her this month. Wow, I didn't know her sibling passed away. Rest in peace, Dolly Parton. I like Dolly Parton, They're a little cute, so. Just Risa said it's been in the news with the Carmelo Anthony appeal. Last I heard, they wouldn't give him an appeal. I know they recused that first judge, as they should have. Barbara said, I knew that was going to be the outcome for Carmelo. I just read the writing on the wall. They always try to build somebody's hopes and dreams up so they can come around and kick it down. That's generally how it works. That's generally how it works. Well, hold on just a second. Okay, sorry about that. Kathy says, I was born and raised in Meridian, Mississippi, and the wool been pulled off my eyes about the state of Mississippi. I'm just saying. Yeah. But the wool has been pulled off of all of our eyes for so long. They just, that's that arrogance. They gotta find out how to deal with the arrogance. See, they didn't think that this was gonna get this far. Because there's some adults that are gonna have to fight for their freedom too. There are some adults that, well, maybe I'm thinking like maybe Grandpa Jerry may have to fight for his freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because I hear tell he was there on the island too. Satin says, I so hope the Dream Team will release the professional. Not saying the first one wasn't professional. They said so. The Dream Team has gone out and got their real top-notch professional to do the auto. Yep, they ain't playing. Now they talking about suing Al Sharpton. Are you kidding me? You gonna sue little Al? No. Al said come with it so I can put you on the stand and depose you. Them boys would fall the hell apart. He would tear them a new asshole in a matter of 30 seconds. They would fall apart because, see, they have never had to really deal with any type of adversary until now. That's what made them so arrogant to get up there and do them interviews. And look who they picked to do the interviews. It was so obvious. And you would think that one of them's stepmama, who's being a judge, would know better. She came out and made a statement on her own, which is against her oath. Just Risa says, I've been told Ocean Springs is a very nice community. All the glitters ain't gold. All the glitters ain't gold. I don't care how nice it is. It's dirty to me, as far as I'm concerned. If the majority of people thinks that way, then they can kiss my entire ass. All of it. And there's a lot to kiss. So, but anyway, we're gonna stay on code. I was watching Don Lemon earlier today, and he came out with a little segment. And I don't know what the hell's the matter with Target. Somebody please tell me. See, this DEI, they took away, I don't know what they were thinking when they did that, because now they ain't got nobody of color and common sense to guide them specifically in the areas of how to market or sell to people of color. And it was people of color that was holding them down. until they messed up. Okay? Until they messed up and let go of all them black folks that work for Target. Now, I got a friend. One of my best friend's daughter works for Target, and I haven't talked to her in a while. And I'm not going to talk to her about it because, that's her livelihood. So I'm going to leave that off the table. But Target needs to be ashamed of themselves. They really should. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, let me share my screen with you. Today I was watching Don Lemon, and Target, let me turn this down some more. Target came out with a costume, some kind of Halloween costume or something, hell, I don't know. And I'll just let them tell you about it. I don't know what they was thinking. I don't know what they were thinking, but they came out with this. Y'all check this out.
Okay, Daniel, Target cannot get out of their own way. I mean, like, I just want to, I'm going to show you this costume. And do we have just a picture of the costume? There's a costume that they said was akin to blackface, right? And it was a Halloween costume that Target had been selling. People lost their minds, as they should. Here's the report on it. Daniel and I are going to break this down. Roll it.
This morning, Target is apologizing and removing a children's Halloween costume after it was widely criticized as racist. The images of the costume are being compared to racist caricatures, evoking blackface. Target now acknowledges the costume should have never been for sale, saying, "As a company, we got this wrong, and we are deeply sorry."
Have they really lost their minds? Did they not know? Maybe they've got some 20, 30-year-olds working there who don't know nothing about the history of blackface or black minstrel, way back when black people were considered to be a laughing stock, and they would, oh my God. Who made this decision? Who in their right mind made this decision to not only make the costume, but market it with a black child modeling it, posing in the way that it was initially portrayed? I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but they need to go way back into time, for real.
We know this is especially hurtful for our Black guests, team members, and partners. Removing the costume is an important first step, and we are looking closely at how this happened.
We're cutting up cars today.
It comes 1 year after the company's controversial move to roll back its diversity, equity, and inclusion policies, which sparked protests and boycotts by shoppers.
We need to hold larger corporations accountable.
One Minneapolis area business leader claims this new costume controversy is an indirect result of Target's DEI decision last.
And this is the thing. Unfortunately, not enough of us are paying attention. Now, I'm not knocking nobody, okay? I'm not knocking nobody, but what I will say is this. When they screwed up the first time with this DEI decision, I stopped supporting them then. Yeah, I saw that at Satin. I stopped supporting them then, and I used to roll for Target. Target, that was my store. But man, they started messing up, so I had to let them alone. You got to start taking your black dollars away from these people that do not give a damn about black people. Point blank, period. You got to take them dollars away. And that's what happened. You would think that they would have learned the first time.
Year saying, "You rolled back diversity, so who's in the room now to say, hey, this is wrong?" One commenter on social media saying, "The amount of people this costume had to go through to get approved says a lot. What year is it?"
I mean, seriously, though, that's true. As I'm looking at this, like, what year is it? What were they thinking? Sometimes you want to give people a break. You can't give people a break on this one. This one is just ridiculous.
And Don, it's not even just the fact of the costume itself, but it's also the pose that they made this kid go in. I mean,
look at that.
You get the Target.
Wait a minute. Just Risa says, I don't think the face was actually meant to be seen through the face screen. Still a terrible costume and completely inappropriate. Yes, it was meant to be seen. The face was meant to be seen. This is why they have a young black child modeling it. If you had put a white boy in that thing, you would have seen his face. This is why you don't see the entire face. Okay? It was totally meant to be seen. And just like they point out, the pose that they had him do, the whole nine, it's obvious what they meant.
Knew that there was no coming back. There was no way to defend this. So they had to just issue a statement. Now, again, a lot of people are attacking Target saying when at the end of their statement, we have to figure out how this happened. I think people know, again, there's the apology. An apology from us. We pulled an offensive Halloween costume that should never have been part of our assortment. Then it goes on to say, let me see, the company is looking closely at how this happened and what needs to change to ensure this won't happen again. Don, people know how this happened. It's because Target rolled back its DEI programming. And as people have alluded to, who was left in the room to say, hey, wait a minute, let's think about this costume?
Yeah, look, there is, people are rightfully outraged. I don't think, and look at the views, 55 million views on that one. But all you have to do is look at the pose, look at the little hat, look at the mouth. Now, I don't know if it was, but it looks like this was done intentionally. It looks like they took from this artwork. Coincidence? I mean, that's a lot of coincidence in there. It looks intentional.
No damn excuses.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the costume in and of itself is bad, but then you think about the pose that they had this kid do, and it, as you said, it looks intentional to me. I mean, I don't know how any other way you can describe it. So, yeah, I mean, this is a really, really bad look. And let me just say this, Don. I mean, for all the people who are watching this,
put a 1 in the chat if you believe this was done intentionally. Be honest. Put a 1 in the chat if you look at the two pictures and look at the comparison and tell me that that wasn't intentional. I'll wait. That's what I'm saying. Ain't no way in hell. It's almost identical. The pose is almost identical. Hey, EJ. How you doing, sweetie? Yeah, that was intentional.
Who say, oh, DEI is not, important, doesn't matter. Why are we having diverse voices in the room? I mean, I'm sure from your own perspective, when you were at CNN, there have been plenty of times when I was the only Black person. I mean, my last job at Spectrum, we've talked about it. I was the only Black reporter at Spectrum News in DC. And so there were plenty of times where we would talk about coverage or think about something. And I was able to introduce a perspective that many of my white colleagues just weren't thinking about because, again, we just have different lived experiences. I mean, and again, we all have blind spots, John. There are times where we have discussions here. We lost our beloved Nikki for a little bit. And so maybe at a time when we're on the team and it's just the three men making decisions, we have to stop and reflect and think, okay, how can this be perceived by female audiences? We all have blind spots. We all have things that because of our different lived experiences that are top of mind for us that might be for someone with a different lived experience. And so Target
I agree with you.
EJ says they can't change until they value our dollar. Absolutely. And we got to make them value our dollar. I think about a month or so ago, when the issue with the beauty supplies and nail salons came out with the Asians and the Asian dude that shot the young man in the back running from the store carrying a bottle of water, accusing him basically of stealing a bottle of water, and shot this young man in the back, and he was found not guilty. And that caused a lot of people, especially black people, to boycott hair salons, or not hair salons, I'm sorry, beauty supplies, nail shops, Asian businesses, and things of that nature, because of how they did not speak out completely against what happened. Okay. And I don't know how far that boycott went, but I know for myself, I don't fool with them. I don't fool with Asian beauty supplies anymore. I don't fool with Asian restaurants. I don't go to Asian nail shops. I found black-owned businesses to put my money into those businesses, because that's what we need to do. Exactly, EJ. How did the product pass HR? That's the biggest question. But until we start standing on business and boycotting these places for their inept believing that they can just insult people, insult a whole race of people, and we still gonna continue to shop with them? No. They need to feel the pinch. They need to feel the pinch. Now, a lot of you guys are saying you guys don't shop Target anymore, and I applaud you. For whatever reason you don't shop anymore, that's cool. But I'm talking about the ones that still shop Target. It didn't stop the first time when they pulled DEI out. I hope that this here inspires people to leave Target alone. Let them really F around and find out. EJ made a very valid point. It took several eyes to approve this product. It demonstrates that we haven't come as far as we think. Exactly. Backpedaled. Just Risa said kids glows under blacklight circus clown Halloween costume, bodysuit, hide and eek boutique. That's a load of shit. That's a load of shit. Anybody looking at that picture who is black recognizes it for what it is. I don't give a damn what the description was. I could give two shits about what their description was. We can see what the description is with our own eyes. Especially those of us that have been around for a while. And we'll get off into that in a minute too. Life Chronicle said, I thought we were already supposed to be boycotting them anyway because of DEI. I wish we could stand on something and stay on it. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Let's not do this temporary shit. You got to stand on business and stay on it. Absolutely. Hold on a second.
This is a whole nother show, though. I mean, that is a whole different level of not being aware.
Yes.
And listen, obviously it caused, as I said, consternation, and people are rightfully outraged. And of course, it hits social media. And black people, especially women,
Yes.
are in an uproar. Watch.
At this point, we know Target is playing in our face, and they know exactly what they did with this costume. Some eek, no-name ass costume. It doesn't go to anything. And even the posing that the photographer did, if you look, this was a black face. Ohio. Y'all know how I feel about Ohio, the Devil's Den. 1890. Why is he posed the same way? You've got the big, mouth. That's that caricature. They knew exactly what they were doing, and they put a black child in it. And I have to say, black parents, y'all children that are in the industry, the fact that one, you let your child do an ad for Target, the fact that two, you let your child get dressed like this.
Boom. That was the first thing I said. When I saw this, I said, whose child is that? Whose child is that? And what the hell was the mama thinking? Now, I'm not trying to look. We do what we got to do to survive, okay? But this is just one of them times I'd have said, no, you're not putting that on my child. Find something else for him to model. I'm sure there's other things that you can put on him that he can model. You ironically put a black child in that costume. So I'm sorry, mama. Shame on you. Shame on you. There's all money ain't good money. That's point blank, period. And that wasn't some good money right there.
Abomination. You should be ashamed of yourself. But Target knows what they're doing. And this is why they lost $12.4 billion and will continue to lose money. And if any black person, if you're still going to Target, you deserve everything you get. We don't want to see the stories of you being accosted or anything happening in there. We do not care because this is a choice. These people are showing you they don't give a damn about black people. And some of y'all are still going there. I was an avid Target shopper. I mean, I had credit card.
Me too.
I was in there every other week, if not every week. I was getting my prescriptions there. It was full stop shopping. I have not been back to Target since last year when we started boycotting. If I can stay out of there, so can you. If you're choosing to still go there, you are someone Harriet would have left behind.
That's right.
Now, they pulled this costume down because they know it was some BS. But when people show you who they are, believe them. May Target suffer the fate of Kmart and Zayres and every other store that is no longer in business.
Wow. Look, I'm not telling you who should boycott. That's your business. But I was an avid Target shopper, and especially around Christmas time, we would just go on the website and see all this stuff. We're like, oh, order that, order that. We have so much stuff in our attic from Target for Christmas. And I was just in Target all the time. My family was Walmart. My mom was in Walmart every day. She used to be.
Shoot. Target was the upscale Walmart. That's where you went when you wanted to step up a bit. As opposed to going to Walmart, people started going to Target. They'd even call it Target. You know. But yeah, this was the nail in the coffin as far as I'm concerned.
And I was in Target all the time because, you know, it's like the elevated Walmart. I love shopping at Target. I would go and get, if I got sit out on an assignment for CNN, I would go to Target. I would be like, just get to the airport, get on the plane. And once you get off the plane, go to Target. You can get toiletries, you can get underwear, you can get whatever clothes to wear. It's weeks when I was in LA for Michael Jackson. I jumped on that plane and went and had no clothes and ended up shopping at Target. So the stuff you saw me with when I was Whitney and Michael and all of that for weeks I was in LA, Target. But now, you know, my habits have changed. Let's just say that. And well, so I think a lot of folks have because of these missteps.
And let me just say, Target held such a special place. And I know not
for black people. Yeah,
exactly. That we used to call it Target. Did you ever call it the Target? So you know, if you get a nickname by black people, then that you hold a very special place in our hearts. And so Target has lost its reputation. I mean, it's lost billions of dollars. I believe $12 billion in revenue at its lowest point because of rolling back its DEI. But it's also lost a lot of market value. I mean, it got hit so much that the CEO had to step down. Of course, he was placed on the board. So it was this sort of like, all right, we're going to replace our CEO, but he's still going to hold this board position. But they still haven't recovered because they lost so much after rolling back. And again, it's not just, a lot of people think about DEI and they think race, but remember, they rolled back their LGBTQ initiatives as well. I mean, you think about when they used to sponsor all of the pride parades and have their pride merch top of mind. This year, in the past couple of years, it's been back of the store, if in the store at all.
Yeah, right on. And again, the power of social media, roll it.
This is wrong and this is racist.
Target has responded after this Halloween costume on their website received backlash over the weekend. Shaletta Brundage, founder and CEO of the marketing and media company ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com, took a screenshot of it before it was pulled.
If you put this up against any of the racist tropes that are out there from that era, right, where they did the blackface and they did the dance and they did the jig, right, it's the same mannerisms.
Exact same mannerisms. The exact same mannerisms. The whole pose in itself lets you know exactly what time it is. And like she said, I mean, we come from a time where this was common. We were little, but we remember. And they wasn't the only ones doing it. The blackface wasn't the only ones. There was all kind of derogatory impressions of black people out there that were being supported by everybody, including black people. We're gonna go over that too.
It's the same costume. It's the same smile. It's the same face. It's the same everything.
A Target spokesperson said, quote, "As a company, we know we got this wrong and we are deeply sorry. The costume is offensive and should never have been a part of our assortment. It is no longer available for sale. We know this is especially hurtful for our Black guests, team members, and partners. Removing the costume is an important first step, and the company is looking closely at how this happened and what needs to change to ensure this won't happen again."
Well, you know what people say, you done tore your you know what drawers.
Well, and I'm glad to say it's an important first step. Well, sometimes, listen, all Americans, we can have a collective case of amnesia. We can quickly move on, right? And we can forget about things. So I want to make sure that we hold Target accountable and that we reflect as we move closer to Halloween and the holidays. We start thinking, okay, what have you done? What was your second step? What was your third step to help make this right? Are you hiring more people of color? Are you diversifying your board, Target? Are you giving back to the NAACP or organizations that help people of color? I want to make sure that you are putting your dollars to work on behalf of the people that you disparaged. So this statement was a great first step. Let's see what happens next on.
Well, if they're going to put their dollars, we've seen no evidence of that. I mean, they refuse to even relent, I believe, or to give anything to budge or compromise on the boycott. Am I correct?
No, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. They called this in that statement a first step. So I'm saying, okay, great.
Yeah.
The apology was a first step.
First step should have been the last time, not this time. The first step should have been the last time. If they'd have done it the last time, maybe we wouldn't be talking about this right now. But they didn't budge the last time when they pulled all the DEI. Ain't nobody fool, ain't nobody stupid. And I'm sure there's a few of them good old boys sitting back chuckling, going straight to hell.
Let's see what step 2 is. And step 3, let's see if you actually put your actions where your words are.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There was no step 2 or step 3 after they got rid of the DEI and people started to boycott. And so they're still just sort of, sticking to their guns. And so I don't know. Look, I think some people are still shopping there. And this is not just a Black issue, right? The DEI is the thing that started it. And this is obviously just egregious, but it's offensive to everyone. And social media the internet is undefeated. Here's one more.
You just had Target pull a kid's costume that was selling on its website, and I promise you there is no world where you are prepared for what you're about to see. You've got this kid's glows under blacklight circus clown Halloween costume, or if you have eyes, it is a literal blackface inspired Halloween costume. It's complete with the kid in the picture posed like a Jim Crow painting. And Target didn't even try to save face here. As soon as this listing went viral, they took it down and issued an apology, saying as a company, we know we got this wrong and we are deeply sorry. The costume is offensive and should never have been a part of our assortment. Saying we know this is especially hurtful for our Black guests, team members, and partners. And adding removing the costume is an important first step, and the company is looking closely at how this happened and what needs to change to ensure this won't happen again. But
what you want to bet? What you want to bet? Dollars to donuts. what you want to bet they sold some of these costumes? I'm sure that they got all they could out of what they could. And now they can't get another dime out. But I'm willing to bet that they sold plenty of these costumes to some of them racist ass people walking around in this country right now. And want to act like, oh, well, we didn't know what was, we didn't know that, shut the fuck up.
But no way did that take the heat off of them. Because one, you have people asking, how the hell did this costume even get approved on the site? Especially because the line this was seemingly sold under, Hide and Eek, is reportedly a Target-owned line. It's not some third-party seller. And two, Target's already on the outs with a lot of its old base for rolling back its DEI initiatives last year, with many still boycotting, and I doubt this convinces them to go back. Some even saying that those DEI initiatives might have actually helped them here.
We said that before. That's what would have helped them. That's the whole problem. The whole problem is the thing that they got rid of. As we said in the beginning, they got rid of the diversity, equity, and inclusion. And as you said, Daniel, if you had some black folks on there, at least some people who were culturally aware, they would say, wait a damn minute here. What's going on? And that didn't happen. You remember the blackface costume controversy around one Mae John Kelly. And one of the things I said about her, which got her so ticked off back in the day when it happened, I said, if there was some diversity in the room, they would have said, or maybe she had a black friend or two, they would say, Megan, no. And same thing, they will tell Target, Target, no. Did anybody take a look at this? And the fact that they dressed up that kid in that costume and took a picture of him and thought it was okay, outrageous. Outrageous.
That's the whole point I'm making. Just Risa said, do you realize how many people are at play in this? You have who made and approved the costume, then the photo shoot has model, art director, photographer, then marketing and publishing. That's a lot. Yes, we totally understand. And the parent of this kid as the model. That doesn't make it, I mean, it's clearly, we understand that there's a lot of people at play in this, but there's also a lot of people that went out there and bought this shit too. This ain't just Target. There's people out there wandering around the streets of America that didn't have a problem buying this shit. And they just as foul as Target. So they can have Target. Them racist people that went out there and bought that shit, they can have Target all to themselves and kiss my entire ass twice. Third on a Sunday.
Outrageous. Again, how did no one? And listen, I know a lot of.
I told you how no one. They don't have anybody. They had nobody. At least, or people who had the guts to stand up to them.
You and I know a lot of good white people. Had there been a good Tim in the room, okay? We don't even need a person of color. I mean, again, they should have people of color, but had there been a good Tim in the room to say, wait a minute, this is not okay, right? There are plenty of good people out there that should have stopped and looked at this costume and said, wait a minute, this is not okay. Yeah. Just wild.
Look, there is no way that you can look at that. If you can put it back up, Andy, just that photograph, there's no way that you can look at this and say that it is not offensive. I'm sorry. It is just not possible. And people talk about being woke and DEI. Being woke means that you should be aware of things. And so if you want to be in the dark and you want to get yourself in trouble like this will affect the bottom line. I think this only does more damage to the already boycotted Target. Target, you should do better. Let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you. Make sure you like.
Yeah. And when I talk about the people that went out there and bought this shit, there's people out there that would literally pay money for this shit. Hold on just a second. See, people seem to, they think they got jokes. They think they got jokes. And then they wind up being the joke. Check this out.
When I say y'all are not prepared, so this person, Logan, is with their mother at a Target and sees this, so they start recording.
You're a horrible person.
You're literally doing blackface.
Thank me later.
In the middle of the store.
Lester Holt did whiteface. Nobody said. Where's your pride section? I need to know.
We're past.
Oh, I thought they were celebrating this and they took our flag forever. No, I was wrong. My bad. I don't
This
know
woman
the
is off
target.
a freaking rocker.
I just take pictures. Join me. Post it on my Facebook, please. My Facebook friends love it.
That's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
And it doesn't stop there, because then they hear a ruckus in the parking lot and they go out to see what's happening.
All right. Thank me later, bitch. Thank me later, bitch. You don't know me. You don't know me. Kill people like you.
It's not working.
You're okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's not worth it.
Show of hands, who's not shocked that there's a Trump Pence bumper sticker and she has Trump Pence stickers on her? Yeah, they stopped recording to console the woman that she was almost getting in a fight with.
I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm glad it wasn't me. I'm glad it wasn't me, because that's one time I'd have to go to jail. Honest to God, I ain't gonna lie. That is just one ass whooping I'd have to go to jail behind. Cause you're not just gonna come up and play that crap in my face. Now I can't speak for everybody else that was in that Target. And clearly this woman is not wrapped too tight. She got some screws loosed. Okay? But one good ass whooping will screw them things tighter. I'm pretty sure of it.
And at that point, they said the woman in blackface backed out of her parking spot, yelled the N-word at them several times, and drove off.
Wow. There's actually more video, more context. Here it is.
The name they were given led me to this Facebook page. And all joking aside, this is a descent into madness.
And I need to fish out some other people, so I'm going to go smoke them out today. But I thought I'd wear blackface so that when I'm done smoking them out and the FBI or whoever the needs to show up and listen to me for once, when they show up, I want to get a job. So I'm going to make sure I put on a blackface
So she did this to get a job. Really? She did all this to get a job? Yes, something's wrong with this woman. Something is definitely, she's touched. And she want to be touched. So she can play the victim. You know what I mean?
I can have my best chance at getting a job.
And even with a plethora of disturbing things on her Facebook profile, chief among them, it appears that she has been stalking and harassing either her neighbor or a former coworker for quite a while. And it is beyond concerning. And even Logan, who posted the original video, had someone contact them that said they used to work with her at the post office and that she made a threat to pew-pew the place just today and that they were on lockdown. And then here's a flyer at the post office warning employees that if they see her, she's not supposed to be there, to call 911 immediately.
Yeah,
and even she is posting that on her Facebook to be like celebrated. This woman is clearly mentally ill. She is showing signs of being a danger to herself and to others. And law enforcement needs to step in and do something.
For real.
I cannot speak to the mental status of this individual, but I can highlight something that is clear and obvious. I want to take you to an imaginary scenario. Let's imagine for a minute that instead of the person being a white female, let's say it was a black male or a black female who has been banned from a facility to the degree that the picture is highlighted on the front door. The individual literally decided to post on the social media that they are banned, which means what? Which means they went to the facility to take the picture, more than likely. And then the alleged attack in the parking lot, the aggression inside of the store, the harassment, potential harassment of a neighbor or coworker. And these are things we know just because of one post. I'm sure there's more. Do you think no one would have knocked on the door by now if this person was a person of color authentically?
Hello.
I know people can get outraged by the blackface. The blackface obviously is racist. Her commentary is racist. But this individual is dangerous.
Extremely.
A threat, a legitimate threat based on the narrative of virtually everybody who has had contact with her, according to this story. It's a tale of, well, two Americas. All right, ask my thoughts.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to see that she's off these streets for now.
And just to put a cherry on top, you know, if the tables were turned, that'd have been a totally different outcome. And I think that's the point he was trying to make. Because this is two different Americas. They seem to do whatever the hell they want to do, and they're never corrected. But when you correct them, then they want to come down on you. Because it's not your place to correct them. It's our place. Well, do your job then. Do your job.
Her daughter had to make a Facebook post condoning her mother's behavior. And I can't imagine what that must have been like for her to have to see your mother acting that way publicly. And now it's on the internet. And then to see your mother engaging with people in that matter, and to see your mother yelling racial slurs at people. I don't know what their relationship is like. I don't know if she knew how unhinged her mother was prior to seeing this footage, but her mother was obviously a Trump supporter. We know that from the bumper sticker on her car.
And there we have the biggest problem right there. Ever since that orangutan went into office, that orange orangutan went into office, it seems as though things have gotten worse and worse as time goes by. And let me be the first to say, I will not shed one tear. I will not shed one tear for that man when he finally takes his last breath. Point blank period. I ain't gonna lie. As far as I'm concerned, he's had 80 years on earth, and God was very, very merciful to him at this point.
But what's sad about all of this, beyond the ignorance and the hate and the effort that she made to go out of her way to be disruptive and hateful, is that her mental state has been destroyed by Trumpism. You know, she's literally in a mental facility right now. Maybe she already had mental issues prior to Trumpism. As he said, we can't really speak to that. We don't know. But what we see with a lot of these Trump supporters and QAnoners is that they succumb to fear and paranoia. And they've convinced themselves somehow that they are the victims of society.
I have a new name for Trump supporters. I don't call them Trump supporters anymore. I call them jock straps. And we know what a jock strap's purpose is. It's to hold a dick. So, Trump supporter, jock strap, one and the same. I'm just saying.
That's evident with this woman when she literally said that she's wearing blackface because she thinks it'll help her get a job later, which is crazy to most people to think about. The delusion is destructive and it's devastating. And I can only hope that there's a path back to normalcy, not just for her, but for a lot of people like her.
Very well said.
All right. So now that we understand that this is not anything new under the sun, we all know that this has been going on for some time. I don't know how old y'all are, but I remember as a kid on a Saturday and sometimes on Sunday, my grandparents would turn the television on. You know, my grandfather, he didn't go to church. So usually when me and mama came back from church, he already had TV on. And the only movie you could pretty much find on television back then because we didn't have cable. Okay, so now I'm really telling my age. But we had movies like this. So it was a form of entertainment starting over there in Britain, I believe he said. And of course, the rest is history.
You can see that
Finally scrapped in 1978. That has not been very long ago. That hasn't been very long ago at all. Put a 1 in the chat if you were alive in 1978. Because I remember these movies vividly. That's all they gave us to see on a Saturday night or Sunday afternoon, aside from football or whatever sporting event they had going on at the time. But this is not so far in the past. And I know a lot of young people seem to think, oh, well, that was so long ago. You know, maybe that's why the people at Target didn't realize just how egregious that was, because they don't realize the history behind it. I'm not really giving them a pass, but you know what? Some people are truly ignorant to certain things in the past if they're so young that they haven't been exposed to those things. But we have been exposed to those things just by being alive and breathing at the time it was going on. Imagine what our parents and grandparents went through. I was just a kid, but 1978, I was in high school. This is crazy. Okay, I don't know if y'all want to see the rest of this video because there's a couple of other instances I do want to bring to the forefront. I'll play a little bit more of it and then we're going to move on to some other things that have been pushed to our attention that may not have been in cinema, but nevertheless we were forced to see it because it was there for us to see, and our parents were very limited in what they were exposed to as well, and exposing us in the meantime. Okay, let me show a little bit more of this and then I'm going to move on because it pisses me off. I'm sure, but I remember my grandparents loved the Ed Sullivan Show. And if I remember correctly, I think I saw something like this on the Ed Sullivan Show. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. My grandparents didn't like Ed Sullivan, but my daddy's ex-wife, who happened to be white and older than him, loved the Ed Sullivan Show. Make that make sense. And yes, we saw that on the Ed Sullivan Show. And she watched Lawrence Welk and Ed Sullivan Show. That part just killed me. She used to love that shit. It was awful. Kendra said, I remember my grandma used to look at Amos and Andy. Yep. Kathy graduated in 1976. All right, hon. Yep, you already know. Sat and agreed. Amos and Andy. They laughed all the way to the bank, but at what cost? Honestly, at what cost? We get it. White guy came along, took on the black face, and started mimicking black people. This is what they do today. Only difference is they don't put on a black face, but they put on our clothes. They take our culture and mimic that. They mimic our music. They mimic our swag. They try to copy everything. So this Jim Crow dude or the character that he portrayed, it's really no different than it is now. It's just not blackface. But they have always found the need to pull from Black people a talent that is embedded in us that they cannot grasp completely. They can mimic it, but they can't grasp it completely. I'm gonna exit out of this because there is a couple other things I want to bring to the forefront. Because it didn't just stop with the movies and the cartoons and TV shows. They even, even children's books. Now, I don't have a picture of Little Black Sambo, but put a 1 in the chat if you remember Little Black Sambo being a part of reading in elementary school way back in the day. I can remember my teacher having us read this book, Little Black Sambo. Put a 1 in the chat if you can remember that. Little Black Sambo. Now, Little Black Sambo. Hello, Lady Letitia. How are you, sweetheart? Hold on just a second. I'll put the link in the chat if you feel like coming up. Where is my cursor? My cursor disappeared. Oh, there it is. Now, Little Black Sambo was a character in a book. And it was originally written by a woman by the name of Helen Bannerman as a child while living in India. Okay. But many unauthorized American editions redrew Little Black Sambo with degrading African American stereotypes attached to it. Now, those later illustrations greatly intensified the book's racist meaning in the United States. So if someone remembers being taught or read Little Black Sambo in school during the 40s, 50s, even early 60s, that would be entirely believable. That's not a far-fetched situation. Okay? It's something that they pushed off on us kids. Hello, Lady Letitia.
Auntie Mickey, how's it going?
It's moving like X-Lax.
Oh, that's fast.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today? Target?
Originally, it was about Target with the blackface slip up that they did. I don't know. Did you hear about that?
No.
Okay, so Target, last year I guess it was they got rid of their DEI. So, they don't really have a whole lot of Black folks working for them, if you know what I mean. But they marketed and sold. Let's see if I can pull it up. I deleted it off of my screen, but I'm going to see if I can pull it up anyway. They marketed and advertised a costume. Okay. Let me pull it up. Give me just a second.
Okay.
Target. Let's see if that's it. No, I input the wrong thing. Oh, here we go. Okay, here's a brief video I'll play. Okay, hold on just a second. I'll play this for you. Let's see, where is it? There we go. This is what the beginning of the show was about. Uh-oh. Maybe if I shared my screen, huh? My bad. Hold on. Okay. And I need to pull this up a little bit. Okay. What the heck? Okay.
Well, Target is pulling children's Halloween costumes after critics say it resembled blackface.
The company is now apologizing and investigating how they say the costume made it onto store shelves. Here's ABC's Sophie Flay.
This morning, Target is apologizing and removing a children's Halloween costume after it was widely criticized as racist. The images of the costume are being compared to racist caricatures evoking blackface. Target now acknowledges the costume should have never been for sale, saying, "As a company, we got this wrong, and we are deeply sorry.
You think?
We know this is especially hurtful for our Black guests, team members, and partners. Removing the costume is an important first step, and we are looking closely at how this happened."
We're cutting up cars today.
It comes 1 year after the company's controversial move to roll back its diversity, equity, and inclusion policies, which sparked protests and boycotts by shoppers.
We need to hold larger corporations accountable.
One Minneapolis area business leader claims this new costume controversy is an indirect result of Target's DEI decision last year, saying, "You rolled back diversity, so who's in the room now to say, hey, this is wrong?" One commenter on social media saying, "The amount of people this costume had to go through to get approved says a lot. What year is it?"
Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
That's it.
Oh, I'm done with Target. Target can kiss my butt.
Okay.
They're wrong for that.
Very
and then they
wrong.
got rid of their diversity. You know, how do you do that?
So I
And
went
that's
over
the
that.
biggest issue that I have with them is that they got rid of the program.
Right, right. And there's nobody in those. Do you realize how many steps it had to go through to get to the point where it's being sold
Right.
online? And my whole thing was there had to be some pretty racist people in the room for them to let this go, because
Slide through.
I'm
They,
almost willing to guarantee somebody bought those costumes.
oh yeah.
There was a
And
market for them.
they the diversity situation is gonna make them look bad. They're gonna lose business over that. They should.
Absolutely. I think that they need another boycott on them. If people didn't stand by the first boycott, they definitely need to jump on board with this one.
Right. We need a new alarm.
Now, just to prove my point, we've got someone in the chat right now that says, "I bought 3 of those before they recalled them. They will sell for a lot on eBay later." Well, I hope you get your money's worth, sweetheart.
Trump.
From. Let me see. Auntie, what was the name of that link you just showed, Lady Letitia? A pastor picture popped up that I recognize. Oh man, I don't know. I just Googled it and clicked on the first video that popped up. I popped it out. I can't even look at it now. I'll try to find it and send it to you though. So yeah, that was the first part. And then we rolled over into what now we're covering blackface. How back in the day, people of my age, we came up in a time where it was very, very common to turn your television on a Saturday and get one of them old black and white movies that were, pushing blackface.
Right. I remember that.
So yeah, so that's where we are now. And let's see, where was I? Oh, there was another video I showed, but I don't have it now. This woman went to Target with blackface on, trying to get a job. And clearly this woman was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I mean, she was out of her mind, but still she'd have got a beat down at that point. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. But yeah, so we went over the the blackface issue. I showed a portion of a documentary on blackface, and it actually the blackface minstrel started in Britain.
Oh,
yeah. According to this documentary, it started over in Britain long time ago. So, and then I was going off into what we were accustomed to seeing in school, like when I was little, especially in I'd say early, maybe kindergarten, first grade. When the teacher would have us to read books and stuff, those small little books that, were teaching you how to read. I specifically recall her passing out Little Black Sambo as one of the books that we had to read. And it same concept. That's where we get a lot of these names, Pickaninny and Jigaboo and Black Sambo and Coon and all these different derogatory, racially derogatory names against black people came back during that time. And some are still in existence today. Even though we don't see them as much, we still see them today, even when it comes to things that we have purchased in the recent past. There was a place, let's see. What was the name of that place? There was a place called Sambo's Pancake House. I don't know if you were ever familiar with it. You guys put a 1 in the chat if you recall Sambo's Pancake House. It's very much like IHOP or Denny's.
okay.
Put a pin in that name too. So let's see. Sambo's Pancake House was one of America's largest family restaurant chains. And like I said, very similar to Denny's and IHOP. And it was founded by two gentlemen, Sam Battistone Sr. and Newell Bo Bennett. Okay, his nickname was Bo. The founders claimed Sambo's combined Sam and Bo, okay, when they named it. However, they deliberately connected the restaurant to Helen Bannerman's The Story of Little Black Sambo. Isn't that convenient? So restaurants displayed murals of Sambo and tigers, while menu items and children's promotions incorporated characters from the story. Okay. Now, Sambo's became extremely successful. Back in 1963, the restaurant was in 16 cities. And by 69, they had approximately 98 locations. And by 1979, they had about 1,117 restaurants in 41 states. Or 47 states, I believe.
That's a lot.
Yes, so there was this widespread controversy by the 60s and particularly the 70s, okay, facing growing objections to the racial optics, okay? So the company tried to play dumb, said the founders' names being the basis of the name, but that didn't fly, okay? Fast forward, after much backlash, in November of 1981, that ain't been too far long ago, Sambo's filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Hundreds of locations were, 1, closed, 2, sold to Denny's and other companies, or converted into Baker's Square restaurants, and some renamed Seasons Friendly Eating. Okay, so they were pretty much camouflaged, so to speak, into Denny's, even though they sold the company. The chain was sold to Denny's and other companies affiliated. So by 1983 and 94, the national Sambo's chain had effectively disappeared. However,
that wasn't too long ago.
Not at all. The original Santa Barbara location remained open as Sambo's for decades and was eventually operated by founder Sam Battistone's grandson, Chad Stevens. Okay. Following the George Floyd protests in 2020 and renewed demand for a name change, the Sambo's sign was temporarily changed to, quote, peace and love, unquote, in June of 2020 and was officially renamed Chad's in July of that same year. So the original Sambo's operated under that name for 63 years.
Wow. That speaks volumes.
Okay.
It does. It really does.
We ain't gonna stop there though. Other derogatory brand names such as Aunt Jemima. Y'all remember Aunt Jemima?
Oh yeah, the syrup.
Yep. Which is a very it's a commercial version of Mammy, the Mammy stereotype. Okay. Originating in minstrel entertainment. And Uncle Ben's. Uncle Ben's is a differential commercial title reflecting the former practice of calling older black men uncle rather than respectfully using Mr. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They were still being sold up until recently, the 2000s.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. But they're being sold under slightly different names.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's different. Like I had some the other, like I'm out of it. I was gonna go get it, but I had a bottle and they did change the name.
Right. So what they did was here we have Aunt Jemima. Okay. This is what a bottle of Aunt Jemima looked like.
Yeah.
Back then. Before the change. Okay. I'm gonna try to make this bigger.
That's what it looks like now, right?
No, actually.
No, they changed it.
Yeah, for some reason I can't get this thing to. Let me see.
I thought they had her shaped that way, like the whole face, and
there's her face right there, right in the top. Okay, and then it says Aunt Jemima. Now that's what the original bottle looks like, and now it is Pearl Milling.
Oh.
Pearl Milling Company. Let me see if I can get out of this one. Okay, let me get out of that one. And
can you still buy that?
Yeah, it's for sale even today. However, it's not named Aunt Jemima's anymore.
Right.
They removed her face. Okay. So now it is Pearl Milling.
And that's the name of the company.
Yeah. Let's see if I can pull this.
Yeah, I got some of that in the cabinet.
This is the it looks very much like the original. They just took her face off and changed the name. Okay. But the marketing is pretty much the same. Okay. Same thing with Uncle Ben. Okay. Now here we have Uncle Ben.
Plus he had rice, right?
Yes. Uncle Ben rice. Hold on just a second. Here we go. There we have Uncle Ben's converted rice. I can't see the date on here, but this is one of the older versions of the box.
It says 19. I can't see it either. Go up a little bit. Yeah. It's right there.
1947. Now I see it.
47. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the 1947 version. And now this is what it looks like now. Ben's original. Whole grain. Well, this is the whole grain brown rice, but they've got different, flavors. They've got the white rice and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean the packaging is damn near the same. They just took the faces off.
That's it.
Changed the wording a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But this is something that we have dealt with for decades. Honestly.
Yeah.
Decades. And I'm not saying to boycott anybody other than maybe Target, because Target really is foul. They're definitely foul. They are so foul it ain't funny.
They stink.
How do you make that mistake that close I mean, it was just last year that they were dealing with the DEI issue.
Right.
And then you're going to turn around and advertise this bull crap.
And that's why you need diversity.
Absolutely.
So people can stop stuff like this from getting into the stores.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it's funny because both companies, Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben's, both companies made the changes amid the national reckoning over racial imagery following George Floyd's murder in 2020 protests. It's only been since 2020 that they changed the optics.
Your question is, what took so long? Why did it take so long?
Exactly.
For them to know that this was not good.
They knew. They've been known.
Yeah, they knew.
But they were up against a lot of scrutiny because of the George Floyd situation. People were protesting in the streets about George Floyd, and they didn't want to. This was their way of massaging our ego, so to speak. Let's do something to make them see that we're on their side. But they show their ass eventually. They really do.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I've come to that. I've come to that conclusion. But, yep. So that was it. That was it. I mean, man, I was going to talk about
very interesting topic, Auntie Mickey, because I did not know. I heard about Donald Trump removing the diversity, situation. But I didn't know Target was on the bandwagon to do it. And so I won't be shopping there.
For real. I mean, a lot of people are going to have to really buckle down and start sticking with these boycotts.
Yes.
For real. Let me see if I can find that original picture, because I want you to see the comparison.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Let's go to images. Oh, there we go. Okay. You see that?
Oh, wow. Look at that.
That's the original.
That was
one. That's the original Jim Crow character. This is the costume. They've got him posing the same way and everything.
The same freaking way, Auntie
And
Mickey.
it's a black child. It's a black child.
ASS is whooped.
A black child.
This is just, wow. It shocks me when I see stuff like this.
Yeah. Let me see if I can make this bigger.
Wow.
Probably not. Oh, nope, I can't. That's about as big as I can make it. But yeah, isn't that something?
It is. It really is. And like you said, the pictures are so similar.
Very similar. Very similar. And I'm sorry, if I knew this mama that let her child take this particular gig, so to speak, I'm sorry, we'd have a problem.
Yeah. The mother in this situation. Yep. It goes all the way back there. It does.
You ain't just going. I don't care how hard times get. If you can dress my child up in that costume, you can find something else for him to wear.
Yes. You sure can.
I had just Risa in here not too long ago. She left.
Uh-huh.
I'm still trying to figure out what angle she was coming from, but I
She
kind of had
said.
to check her. You'd have to go back and look at the replay, but I just
Okay.
her because, she might have been coming from a good place or something. She said something about the face. It wasn't meant for the face to be seen. And I'm like, that's bullshit. You can see this child's face. He
What do
just
you
has
mean?
black. He
Yeah,
has
it was meant to see. He's looking straight at us.
The only difference is that his mouth is covered because the mouth part of the costume is that one of them big red lip things that they used to do back then.
Oh.
It was to emphasize the big lips.
Oh, wow, Auntie Mickey.
But yes, you've got a black child wearing and then she also put in the title what they listed it as in Target. I don't give a damn what they listed it as. I can look and see what it is.
Right.
It says kids glows under blacklight circus clown Halloween costume bodysuit hide and eek boutique L.
Can you scroll down, Auntie Mickey? Can you go down a little bit? Look at that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here, why don't we pull this one up?
Wow.
Oh, that's the same one. Okay, let me see if I can pull up.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm not able to make it smaller. I mean, make it bigger, as I did earlier.
It just pisses you off. Stuff like this makes you mad.
Yeah.
Frustrated.
Yeah, this was foul. This was very foul. But you know what? I just feel like we're backpedaling.
We are. We have slid all the way back.
Yeah.
And I blame some of that on our president because he's such a divider in chief.
Absolutely.
And yeah, we are. It's definitely going backwards. It's definitely
no ego. No ego. Thank you so much for your comment. Aunt Jemima was a fictional character, but the guy on Uncle Ben's rice was a real person who the rice company used his likeness and never paid him $1.
Oh.
Not $1. But they sure did use his likeness, though.
We're going to use you. And
Ain't
then
nothing new under the sun. Ain't nothing new under the sun.
And still using it after decades later.
Absolutely. But it's sad, but people are just going to have to stand up and start boycotting these places for such neglectful marketing. I mean, how dare do you realize how many people this had to pass by before they put it out there?
Right.
It's crazy. It's crazy as hell.
It's mind-boggling. It really is. And I don't know how serious Target is taking this, but they really look bad.
Let me see if I can find the video for you. Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can find the video. Okay.
Hello, Fanadues in Auntie Mickey's chat. Hello, everyone.
Videos.
Kinfolks.
Yes. Okay, that might be it. Okay, they've issued an apology, which I'm sorry, I'm paying it dust. It really wasn't all that, honestly. Let me pull up a decent video for you.
Oh, you got some jewels from Lake Erie.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. Thank you, Lake Erie, for the 2 jewels. Silver Star. I gotta figure out what these jewels are all about. Look into it.
Have you done jewels before?
Huh?
Have you done the jewels before?
I've received them. I never did anything with them.
Okay. Yeah, you can like buy a package, like a $20 package. And then like every time like your favorite content or someone says something, you can just hit on a jewel and give it to them. It's pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, I mean, does that mean money for the recipient or? Oh,
that's money.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull this screen up so you can see, because this is awful. Give me just a moment, y'all. Okay, I'll start from the beginning and add to the stage. Here we go. Today.
Target is apologizing today after facing backlash over a kid's Halloween costume that some people believed evoked blackface and racist minstrel shows. Here's the costume sold as the kid's glows under backlight circus clown Halloween costume. And here's how some people responded to all of it online.
We told you all that Target didn't give a damn about black folks. And y'all didn't give a damn because they got a couple of black folks' products in their store.
You're going to tell me that this wasn't purposely styled like this or this? The same actual pose from a real minstrel show.
If you are black, this is just like activating like an ancestral rage in you probably, right?
So the retail giant says in a statement, as a company, we know we got this wrong and we are deeply sorry. The costume is offensive and should never have been part of our assortment. And they've also been pulled from the shelves. This isn't the first time Target's been at the center of the culture war, of course, facing criticism after the company rolled back DEI programs after selling and then canceling Pride apparel for kids a few years back. NBC's Dana Griffin is following this story. Dana, what else is Target saying about how it is trying to make this right?
Canceled.
Yeah, so in a statement, Tom, Target goes on to add that we know this is especially hurtful for our Black guests, team members, and partners. Removing the costume is an important first step, and the company is looking closely at how this happened and what needs to change to ensure this won't happen again. Now, Target declined to comment on who designed the product and who designed the product, which was sold under the retailer's seasonal hide and eek boutique brand. The controversy, as you mentioned, reigniting that criticism over Target's decision last year to roll back some of its diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. And some are now questioning who was in the room when this costume was greenlit. Many wondering if they had more diverse voices, maybe they would have flagged the misstep before it had reached shoppers. Now, this all comes as Target has been trying to turn around years of sluggish sales, according to CNBC. Just last week, the company posted its quarterly earnings, which were boosted by tariff refunds. And we know that Target's stock is up more than 55% this year.
Yeah,
Tom?
it's on the way back up, that's for sure. But we'll see how this impacts the customer traffic. Dana Griffin, thanks very much.
Yeah.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC
We
News
will
app
see.
or watch live on our
I
YouTube.
hope it stops traffic. I really do. I hope that people are outraged like we are about the situation. And here's the thing. I'm pissed off because they took the DEI away. Like,
Exactly.
if somebody would have been in that room and said, wait a minute.
Exactly.
Right? And that's why they're going through this right now, because they removed it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it ain't like they ain't got no black folks working at Target.
Right.
In corporate is what I'm saying. I know someone who works in corporate in New York.
Oh.
And I'm curious to know.
I know. Who's making the decisions?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not rooting for them, that's for sure.
Nope.
I am done with Target. Target, and it's coming from higher up, and you just want to go in the store and say, what's going on in here? But it is the executives that's making these stupid decisions.
Exactly.
And we need DEI. We need that. That protects us.
Exactly. But once that orange orangutan went into office, everything he set out to do, he did it.
He did.
In
the first 30 days, he was cutting funding and cutting stuff for not just African Americans, for the low income, just regular person. Cutting
everybody but whites.
Exactly.
Everybody but whites.
But you know what? While he's cutting stuff for the unfortunate, they're unfortunate. There's some unfortunate people too that are white, that are being affected by his decisions.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No Ego said, whoever at Target who let this go live should be arrested. Serious comment.
Ooh. Do something a little bit more.
Be responsible.
More responsible.
Held accountable for your actions. And don't be sitting over there in those corporate executive rooms kikiing and laughing like, let's see how this one goes over. You dummy.
Right. This is not going over very well at all.
It's not. Dudebird said, I don't shop Target, never have cared for them or their products. I'll be the first to tell you, well, me and Target, we had a thing going on.
Y'all did?
Man, we had a thing going on until they pulled that DEI.
Oh.
What the hell with them now?
I know that's right. And see, I knew Trump had pulled it, but I didn't know Target was going to be an idiot and do that to its employees.
Yeah.
And that's why this is happening to them.
Yeah, it's backfiring. It's backfiring, and they've made some real stupid decisions. Hello, Monique B. Well, that's all I got today. That's all I got.
Great. Very informative information.
I'm glad
people need to know what is going on in our society.
Yeah.
And what is bringing it down,
Totally agree.
And I agree with you, Auntie Mickey. We're going back.
We're pedaling backwards. We're backpedaling, and it's not cute. It's not funny. And, the further back we go, the more we're going to have to do to come back to where we are and still proceed further than that,
Yes. I think the more they take us back, the harder it is for us to overcome these obstacles that they are putting in our way.
Absolutely. I agree. It's sad. It's really sad. And these are not just old fogies in an office. It's not just a bunch of old fogies.
No.
This is a clear indication of systemic racism that has infiltrated everywhere. Everywhere.
It's so shocking.
It
That
is.
they put them out there on the shelves and nobody said nothing.
It's like a virus. I mean, this thing is like a virus now. It reminds me. Remember The Walking Dead? Do we have any fans of The Walking Dead in the house?
Remember that? Yeah, they would get up, keep coming back
Yep.
alive.
They would die and they would come back to life as zombies. Hi, Lizzie Lopez.
Hi, Lizzie.
They would die. And in the beginning of that whole Walking Dead series, we were led to believe that it was some kind of a virus, okay? And it was only affecting certain people. But those certain people wound up being everybody. If you died, you came back as a zombie. And this is exactly what's happening now. It doesn't matter if you're for or against it, it affects you.
It does.
Therefore, it becomes a virus that you can't get away from.
It affects us all.
It affects us all, whether we agree with it or not. It affects us all, negatively or very negatively. You know, because there's no such thing as a good virus.
No.
Nothing. There's no good viruses out there, you know, and we're not immune to any of this. As long as we're alive, we're going to have to deal with some form of systemic racism.
Yeah.
Whether it's direct or indirectly, we're going to have to deal with it because we've got loved ones, we've got friends, we've got family, we've got people in our lives that are affected more so than others, but that doesn't negate the fact that we all are dealing with it in some shape, form, or fashion. So this thing today with I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, are you kidding me? This was, I was sitting there watching Don Lemon and he's talking about this and I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? So it's more to come, I'm sure. You know, how many more years do we have of this fool?
Yeah. I hope, hopefully we take back something, the House and the Senate, and hopefully they do something with it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Have you anything else on Nolan?
Not today, no. I'm hearing a lot of the same information. I didn't want to come back and regurgitate what I've already reported on. There's a few little things here and there that I could have dropped, but that would have been a 10-minute live. But yeah, the Nolan case is still chugging right along. I will say that it was said that Wyatt, the guy that we're not seeing in those interviews, the one that owned his grandfather owned 2 of those boats that went out. We're not seeing Wyatt talking or being interviewed or anything. And they showed a picture of him and everybody just, saw it and then it was gone. But Wyatt he's one of the most central figures in this whole story. Okay. And it was, if you recall, there was a point where the boat was allegedly sinking, which turned out, I believe that was a lie too, because
I do too.
If you think about it, the coordinates that he read to the CETO dispatch, he gave coordinates that placed them right there aground at the island. Okay.
Oh.
But he told the person on dispatch that they were in 31 feet of water. And that was a lie. Because the dispatch even questioned it. You're at Horn Island? And he said, yeah, just send someone, we're sinking. I mean, he couldn't, they had been drinking that day. But if you're sinking, number one, why would everybody jump on the boat and try to go to the other side if you're sinking?
Right. Why not stay there?
Number 2, he's on the phone with the CETO dispatch, and the captain, when the CETO dispatch contacts the captain of CETO, and gives him the rundown about this kid. There's some kids in a boat, and they said that they're sinking, yada 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 yada. And the person's name, Jerry Atkins, I believe is his name, who is the grandfather of Wyatt, which is the one that was talking to dispatch. How did Grandpa know that those boys were in some kind of trouble on that boat?
So it wasn't Bert that was on the phone with dispatch?
No, Bart was actually, we heard Bart's name by mistake.
Oh.
That came from the audio of the call. And the audio of the call, you hear someone say, "Damn it, Bart."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's when we're introduced to Bart. Bart is the one that really towed them in, because the grandpa canceled the tow that Wyatt called for. But come to find out, Grandpa was on the island too.
So it's been confirmed.
They showed a picture.
No.
I saw, this is the funny part about it. If you guys take a look at the picture of Nolan on the back of a boat, he's bent, his back is toward the camera, but he's bent over like he's digging for something, like maybe something out of a cooler or something like that. And all you see is his butt, basically. His butt is toward the camera and he's bent over. Look to your right. There is a big fat white dude sitting on that very boat. That's alleged to be Wyatt's grandpa.
Oh, I think you showed it once.
I may have.
Yeah, I think once. I think you showed him. He was looking older, very old. Yeah,
big fat dude. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen that same photograph lately on other platforms saying that that's his grandpa. So I'm like, okay.
Was there all along?
I was right about that one.
Yeah.
But it was like, okay, when did Wyatt have time to call Grandpa and be on the phone with Cito at the same time? Unless Grandpa was watching at the time. They were aground.
He knew too much.
They were not floating. See, listen, they placed that call at 4:00. Okay? Follow me here. They placed that call at 4:00 and told Cito that we're sinking. Send someone out to help us unsink us. And she asked for the coordinates. He gave her the coordinates. Okay? The coordinates he gave placed them immediately aground at Horn Island. So during the conversation with that woman, he said that they were in 31 feet of water. That's 2 miles out into the ocean.
Yeah, they're going down like the Titanic.
They hadn't left the island yet. They placed that phone call to Cito while they were chilling at the island. And then at 4:30, they left. And there's a picture, you guys have probably seen this picture of Warren and a whole bunch of other ones on that boat. It's the picture that Tatum presented. Okay, his watermark is all over that thing, and it shows Warren with the big rope or whatever. There's a rope attached to their boat as though they're being towed. That's a staged photograph.
Okay.
Who takes a picture of you being towed?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Who from the other boat, mind you.
Right.
You're calling for help. We need a tow. And they're being towed at the time. Do you follow what I'm saying? You can see the rope that's attached to their boat. And you don't see the rope that they're attached to. Because whoever is snapping the picture is that's Bart's boat. Bart
You can
had
see
his
the rope,
boat.
but you can't see the other boat.
Right. You see somebody has taken a picture of the boat that's carrying all the kids, the guys, okay, and some girls, okay. You see that boat. You see the rope that's extending from Bart's boat to their boat, and he's pulling them in. But Wyatt is allegedly on the phone with Cito at that moment.
Oh.
No, Doodoo Bird, they weren't sinking. That was an alibi.
That
was an alibi.
alibi.
They placed the call at 4:00.
That was the alibi.
We're sinking. Please come help us. Then you leave the island. You're sinking though. And you leave the island and start jetting across the ocean to get to the other side. And in the middle, because they did some real corny mistake or something that caused them to have some trouble, okay? But they were not sinking. They recorded a picture, like a live photograph from Bart's boat. They recorded a picture of them allegedly dealing with the boat issues while Bart's on the phone. But Bart's towing them at the time as he's calling or allegedly on the phone with them saying, we need help. See, they left at 4:30. They placed the call at 4 and they left the island at 4:30. They get halfway into the ocean at a very high speed and Bart is towing them. You just don't see Bart or his boat, but you see the line that's attached from his boat to theirs. And
Okay.
Wyatt, according to them guys, are saying, see, here's a picture of us trying to get the boat to go right. No, it was staged.
Yeah.
It was a staged photograph.
Ooh.
And I'm loving all of it.
Yeah. I believe it was staged too, Auntie Mickey.
It was an
alibi.
photograph.
I think it was, they were trying to establish an alibi.
They've got all kind of AI pictures of them in as evidence. You can see somebody with 6 fingers on one picture and someone with their foot on another, and it is just a big old mess.
Yeah, it is.
And yes, Doodle Bird, she says, I heard the boat is up for sale. And I don't know the story to all that. I did see that the owner of one of those boats is trying to sell that boat. However, remember, there were 4 boats.
Right.
They only talk about that one boat, but there were 4 boats total.
Mm-hmm.
Because Wyatt took 2 boats himself. Okay.
Right.
There were 2 boats that Wyatt's grandfather owned. And then there was Bart's boat that was out there. We don't know who the 4th boat belongs to.
Okay.
But nevertheless, I don't know who advised these young men.
I know.
Handle this the way they did. You know, and now they're threatening to sue Al Sharpton, and Al Sharpton is like, bring it on, I'll pay for your attorney. No, for real, he said that. I'll pay for your attorney because once you sue me, I get to depose you on the stand.
Yep.
And that's what they really want. That's what
they want. They want that.
What Ben Crump and Al Sharpton want. They want to get them boys on the stand.
Mm-hmm. And they need to. If they could.
If they get them boys on the stand, they will fall apart.
Mm-hmm. Their stories ain't going to be storying it no more. It's just not making sense. It's not adding. I just think it's going to get jumbled. I really do.
It's already jumbled. I mean, people are literally... And they're doing this by design. They're doing something called poisoning the jury. Poisoning the jury pool. Because the jury pool is going to, if it remains in Ocean Springs, the jury pool is going to come from the residents of Ocean Springs, which is predominantly white. Okay? So The only way that that's not going to happen
Change
is
of
if they take
venue.
it out. Yeah, if they get a change of venue, which is what they should do, because this is too tainted. Hello, Happy Life. Hello, Sugar.
Hi, Happy Life. Michelle, the love. Hello, all of you.
Good to see you guys. Well, with all that said, I'm pretty much done. That was all I got.
Well,
And
very interesting night, Auntie Mickey.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I
I
wanted to
always
do
do.
a little something different that stayed in the same realm of what we're dealing with, but
Right.
because it's not just the Nolan Wells story. There's other stories as well. There was the other young man that died the same day. What is this? Daniel? Oh my God, he drowned and didn't come back up, and he was an avid swimmer. And the two white guys that he went to the river with, they just grabbed his clothes and his phone and threw him off in the bushes and went home. And 4 days later, they reported as being, he drowned. And all they got was tampering with evidence. Make that make sense. So, anything down south, I'm real suspect of. I really am. Because they do what they want to do. And we ain't even going to get off into Texas. Lord, Texas is, they was talking about Texas today.
What say, girl?
Oh my God, I can't remember all the verbiage that they said, but they said Texas has got it the worst. They've got it the worst. So
I know that during election time, they were making us, like they have like ballot places where you put your ballot in, where you can drop it off, like little ballot places. They got rid of all of them to the point where they made Houston residents have to drive hours to even vote or to just,
Yep, just to vote.
Just to vote.
That's a shame. They're going to try to make it as difficult as possible for people to vote. The other
that's a shame.
Can you hold on for just a second? Can you hold me down for just a second? I got to.
Of course, I got you.
Okay.
What's up, guys, in the chat? Can you believe that? Oh my goodness. Happy Life, what are you up to? Now, today I did a live earlier too, and we played games. And I think I told a story about this young man. His name is Vito, and he's a new streamer. And his mom was hitting on him, trigger warning, and told him to get out and was being really mean and rough to him. Well, a whole bunch of streamers came to his rescue. And when I tell you, he's got almost 60,000 subscribers now. He's gone viral. He's doing really good. And I hope, honestly, that I think she's wrapping it up, Happy Life. I hope that he does well and succeed in whatever he does, because he's such a great young man. He's 18 years old, and his mom was being very, it wasn't good. Just put it that way. But I like the brotherhood with the YouTube and how they came to his rescue, so to speak, and checked in on him and said, are you homeless? Where are you staying? Is everything okay with you? And it was just sweet. So
who we talking about, love?
Oh, it was a thing that I went over earlier about this streamer named Vito. He's a new streamer, and his mom was hitting him online, hitting and fighting him and stuff. And he ended up going viral, not because of the mom hitting him, but because of his stream. He was just doing really good. And he had like 10,000 to 18,000 people in his chat. And at this time, him and his mom were getting into it. But his mom was hitting him. Yes.
Oh
18.
Lord.
Yeah.
Never get caught on camera.
Okay. He told her, he said, Mom, you're on camera. And the police came and everything. And I thought the mom should have got arrested. But anyway, yeah.
Happy
So,
Life, I dropped the link. You said you wanted to come up for a minute.
oh, there's the link, Happy Life.
Come on now, because I'm ready to go.
I told him, I said, I don't know if she's going to do it because I know she was wrapping up. But yeah.
Ooh, Michelle said Target was advertising leg quarters for 29 cents a pound last Easter as manager special, attempting to get customer base to return in Mobile, Alabama. They gonna have to do more than some leg quarters.
Hey, they gonna have to feed us. They gonna have to cook.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Happy, happy, joy, joy.
Hi, Happy Life.
Hello, hello.
Hello,
Hey,
Happy.
my two queens in the building.
Yes. How goes the battle?
Out goes the battle. Man, I was so busy watching Carissa Shields making a fool out of herself, but I did catch two things. I saw some of the Target situation, and I also saw some racists doing some things in Texas Roadhouse, putting lava in the food and stuff.
Oh yeah, the Texas
Yeah.
Roadhouse. You didn't hear about that, Lady Letitia?
We just went there. We just went the other week, last week, to Texas Roadhouse.
Oh boy.
Shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Let me see if
Okay.
I can pull this up for you. Oh my goodness. You're
You're
not gonna
gonna be mad at this, man. If something was in your food and you didn't know it,
I hate these nails.
well,
Okay.
now I'll tell you right now, Layla Tisha, I'm glad you had fun over there, but we got some news for you.
What news?
Oh, I'm about to pull it up, hon. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Okay. And it's happening here in Texas. Shame on Texas.
It's in Texas. So hold on just a second.
400 people signed a petition. What petition to love?
Here, let me pull this up.
I'm hoping that you don't live in Texas, but if you
I do
do,
wonder where this was in Texas. I live in Texas.
It's not just a spot. It's Texas, the restaurant.
The chain. Oh,
Yes.
Jesus.
Okay. Hold on just a second. Now,
so that means it's all around if it's a chain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Yes. There's one in my city. There's one in every little city. Town. Like Arlington, they'll have their own Texas Roadhouse.
Okay.
Mansfield has its own Texas Roadhouse. Everybody has their own.
Okay, this is from YouTube. Let me share this.
Who's Clarissa? Happy Life.
You don't know who Carissa Shields is? Pat Moose, Remy Ma?
Okay, Love and Hip Hop.
No.
Reality.
So
Okay.
you don't know who Remy Ma is with Pat Moose?
I've heard of her. I've heard of her.
Yeah, so it was a legend that her and Pat Moose was doing their thing, and then something happened in their relationship, and then Carissa Shields came along, and Pat went with Carissa, and I tell you what, he should have just stuck with Remy because Carissa is just a mess. She's an ugly woman.
Ooh,
Oh
wee.
wow. Okay.
Okay,
Well,
I'm gonna play this short for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, hold on just a second.
Close your eyes now, Layla Tisha.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
They got a group chat with like racist white people saying that they're going to tamper all the black people's food and target us. And whenever we go to their restaurants and stuff like that, they're going to make sure our food doesn't come out the right way. Like what? Like what's going on? We need to support black-owned businesses.
This is a message that white servers have for black people. So I'm going to read it for y'all just so I can spread awareness. To all you blacks in here, keep this in mind. Hope you enjoy your next meal, next time you eat out. There is a Facebook group that I am a part of, which is this one that I'm reading from, and it is for white servers. We have come up with the plan. When a table of black diners come in and place their orders, we walk back to the kitchen to get your food when ready. There is always a blind spot in the kitchen, and we are licking our fingers and touching your food. If it happens to be a Texas Roadhouse or Logan's, those rolls are full of our white saliva. Some of the cooks are in on this too. Think they are playing? They aren't. Believe me, this has been going on since y'all started this nonsense with Carmelo, the candy bar Anthony Crab. The group has over 400K members. Enjoy y'all's food. Like, why do y'all have to go the extra mile and do stuff like this? Why do y'all need to do all that? Black people not going nowhere. We still gonna be here at the end of the day. So what's the point of y'all doing this?
Well, Texas Roadhouse has put out a statement because of the backlash for the Facebook group white servers, saying that they spit in African American patrons' food, which is disgusting. But my question is, who's eating at Texas Roadhouse?
Letitia.
I went last week. I got me a ribeye.
Letitia's eating at Texas Roadhouse.
I'm done with Texas Roadhouse. I'm done.
Oh my God.
She might have ate some of that saliva in that food. I don't know.
Girl, they spitting in the food at Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, they're spitting in food.
And the group, wait a minute, the group, it's like a Facebook group of 400,000 people.
That's a lot of people.
Servers. I don't know if there's 400,000 Texas Roadhouse servers.
Man, they licking their fingers. They peeing in the food. You don't know.
They're doing stuff to the
The
food.
love bug said ribeye with boogers.
Yeah, it's real.
Oh, they might put boogers in the food. Oh, yeah, that's right.
We're done with them. We just discussed it. It's over. Yeah, it's like 400 something servers are in this group saying what they're doing to people that are black. If you're black, they're gonna spit in.
Those people should be arrested.
Yeah, it should be arrested. Yeah,
yeah,
Logan and Texas Roadhouse. So Logan too.
I found out who sent that. Not investigated. These people can go to jail.
Yeah, they're weirder dudes. He said, shouldn't they go to jail?
They should, but they got to get caught first.
Yeah, they got to get caught first.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess the next time you head to Texas Roadhouse, your best man, your best husband might as well go to them and say, look, this is my girl. Don't spit on her food. Just because, you know.
Well, my waiter was black too. Is he in? No, just kidding. But
Well, they might tell the waiter, like, look, we're gonna spend this person's food. Just be okay with it if you want to keep your job.
Shame on them. Shame, shame, shame. Nasty people. I'm done. They can't fix that. The Texas Roadhouse is not able to fix that. You're talking about a lot of servers and people that are in on it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you ate last week, remember?
Shut up.
You ain't right, Happy.
I know he's rubbing it in, and I ate everything.
Right. You're wrong for
I
that.
brought it home,
You're
and
wrong for that, Happy. You're wrong for that. You are so wrong for
He
that,
ain't
but I still love you.
talking about you was eating
I
it
still
last
love
week.
Oh,
That's
my.
all right. We got your back, though. That's why we reporting the news, letting you know.
Yep, letting you know. Be
Well,
proactive.
I'm a week late. Yeah.
That's why we got to spend more time cooking at home these days. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
Auntie Mickey.
Because it's not just Texas Roadhouse. They can do it anywhere. They can do it at McDonald's. You know,
I
it
think
don't
they
matter.
already reported some stuff about McDonald's French fries and what they do with the fries. And as far as the burgers, they did something with the burgers, like human DNA or something.
Oh, I'm glad I don't eat McDonald's. No, I'm
Yeah.
not that one. Now, Sammy, she eat McDonald's. I'm sure she down
Yeah,
with that.
Sammy ate all the McDonald's. Yep.
God.
I'm
Well,
pretty sure she don't eat that Texas Roadhouse too.
Oh, wait. Do they
Yeah,
have them down there in Alabama?
we have Logan's too.
Logan's.
I mean, it sounds like it tastes good, though. Texas Roadhouse. When you
I
talk
mean, it
about,
tastes good, but they gonna put spit in there.
shoot, or other things, or drop it
Right.
on the floor. They were saying. I saw one clip where they were saying that they dropped the food on the floor purposefully. Just crazy stuff.
You know what? I would not be surprised if reports come out that they use their urine and they start urine in the cups.
Wow, this is so nasty. Look, they probably need to do a regroup and do like a sweep through Texas Roadhouse to do training. Like
Damn training shoes. They need to be more mindful of who they hiring.
Right.
Or they might be training them to do way more and try to be slick with it and not get caught. I don't know what kind of training.
I can't imagine that the directors and the higher ups for Texas Roadhouse would stoop like that low, because that affects their bottom line. But
Because
people.
something, that place is packed. No matter what time you go to that place, you have to wait to get a seat.
And you know
Well,
what?
if you're black, good luck.
Well, here's the other side. Here's the flip side. How do we know that wasn't put out there by some competition? Texas Roadhouse, to keep people from going to Texas Roadhouse, thus boosting their sales. You know what I'm saying?
Auntie Mickey, we gotta sue you. You knowing too much now.
No. I'm just looking at it from two different angles, because what's going to happen is that they're not going to get as many patrons. That's going to affect their bottom line.
Oh, it is going to affect it.
Now, who would benefit from that? The competition.
Now, what's their competition?
Well, Logan's would be, but Logan's is in on it. So that would pretty much be their competition here. The other steakhouses are more expensive, and they're not chains.
And maybe that's what they're trying to get, is more people to come to them, because everybody's going to Texas Roadhouse because they got cheap prices.
And when you walk into this place, they have a shelf, a display of all the meats, like sirloin, ribeye, filet mignon. They just have all the meats. Like, you can go and pick your steak and tell them which one you want to cook. So you see it. It's like fresh right there, but I don't know how fresh it is. With the
you
note,
don't see it once it goes in the back.
Right. Exactly.
I'm sorry, I have to go back there with him. Look, I'm going to watch. Let me see what you're doing with my food now.
Well, as sad as it is, I had to send my steak back because it was too rare.
Was that the time that you were on my live?
Huh?
Was that the time that you were on my live, or were you guys? Okay.
Yeah, that one, that place, that steak was horrible. They wanted to cook me another one. I said, leave that alone.
Yeah.
So you can tell they doing something.
And it was blood, and I was like, I want to eat well. So they took it back, and it was chewy. I said, this ain't even going.
Oh, wait.
And so they took it, gave me a new one, and cooked it longer, and it was good. Mushrooms and onions and a baked potato, and a salad.
See, that sounds good. I'm
It
gonna have to get
was.
my husband to fix me a ribeye because we ain't going to the
See,
restaurant.
you got a husband that will cook you one.
I think we bomb too.
Steak.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Spoiled. I'll be so spoiled. I'll be like, "Oh, honey, can you make me steak tonight?"
yes.
I can't live.
Well, I guess that's it for me. I think I talked.
Well, hopefully they won't do it to Burger King and Zaxby's and Waffle House and Buffalo Wild Wings. Hopefully.
Wait, when did I hear somebody say about Buffalo Wild Wings in one of them clips?
Uh-oh.
What?
We go too.
Somebody said something about Buffalo Wild Wings. They were dropping the wings on the floor or something. It was another clip. You know, people that work at these different establishments, because the main focus was on Texas Roadhouse. However, they did have other clips of people saying, you know, that they worked for other eating establishments that did similar things. You know, that's why they always say be nice to your waiter or waitress, because they can do all kinds of stuff. If you get rude and obnoxious at a restaurant, ain't no telling what they doing in that kitchen.
You don't know what they're doing back there.
Absolutely. So be careful.
Judy Bird, Lily.
Got to be more careful.
Gotta be more careful.
That's why they say pray over your food too.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus.
Ugh. I just had an awful thought. I'm not going to even say it.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to leave that alone. Leave it alone. That's nasty. All right, people. Well, I'm going to jump off of this live. I want to thank each and every one of you that dropped by and
Yes,
hung
thank
out
you
with
for
me
having
this
me.
evening. Thank you, Lady Letitia, and happy life. Is there anything else you guys want to say before I shut it down?
I'm gonna say this. I'ma love y'all too until the day I die. Lady Letitia, I don't care what they say about you. I will always love and support and be there no matter what. And I just want to say that.
I want to thank you, Auntie Mickey, for having me. It's such a pleasure.
Anytime. You guys, thank you in the chat for all that you've done.
Later.
Hit that like button. If you guys haven't seen Trevor Green's latest, run over there and see it. I think I saw it yesterday or day before.
Is it the one with Jag?
Yeah. I like Trevor Green. I want to shout out to him at every opportunity I get, because I wait for him to pull up videos. So
to put it out there.
Put them out there so I can sit there and watch it like it's 2 o'clock
a
on
movie.
Tuesday night on an 8 o'clock time frame. So thank you so much, you guys, and have a wonderful evening. God bless you. And until I see you again, take care.
Hey there, my kinfolk. Thanks for stopping by. Auntie Mickey's house, where we reach for the sky. Every comment and smile, you make my heart glow. Together we're strong, together we grow. From gossip to politics, we cover it all. Sharing laughs and thoughts, having a ball. Your support means everything that I know. Feels like family here in this sweet show. So let's keep it flowing, keep the love alive. Every moment together. make it bright. Your support lifts me up, takes flight.